that first picture you sent me? 5.1s, sitting on the floor of the office.
Of course I remember.
Yeah.
We made one set with 2 different finishes to get that.
Right. Those wheels probably went on 7 cars.
Yeah, they did.
It was pretty nuts.
It was a big moment. I remember the 2 wheels on the floor, and I sent you that picture. But it was a big moment. And then we put it on the car, on the CLS.
Yep.
And
one side was matte black, one side was brushed.
Yeah. I think I saw a picture of it.
We had no center cap.
Yeah. That was awesome.
It was good. That started a lot of things. It set everything off.
Yeah.
And it made a pretty big impact. Yeah, so that was good. And then Omar from Active, remember?
Yeah.
He took that and he put us out there in the beginning. He took a big risk on us. That got the ball rolling, but it was tough for a long time after that.
It was hard in the beginning, for sure, but it was so exciting.
Back then, it was the pressure to make it happen.
I think that's when we finally figured out that almost anything we can think of now, we can almost do it.
There was just a lot of development, a lot of craziness from there. And the business started taking off, and we I think we grew a lot without even knowing it. We had to start expanding to be able to keep up. We started having to deal with issues that we never even knew existed. Issues related to too much volume.
Yeah. Selling too much.
We were exceeding capacity in machining. We were backed up on engineering. It was all these problems that was due to volume, and we had to control it. We had to, make sure. Remember, we had to call a lot of dealers we were working with, let them know things were a little behind, and start solving these issues so we could keep growing. You can kind of just accept things like that and never allow yourself to grow. Or
it was a good problem to have, I guess.
Of course, it was.
It helped us structure everything better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because now we have the capacity to do whatever we need to do.
We've made enough moves to make sure that we can keep growing a lot from now. Our staff in California, Terrence, I mean, imagine not having him around.
Yeah.
And
not having a computer.
The boy's a big
amazing
asset to the company.
Of course.
And Sean now.
We've made all these changes and all these just evolved the system, and things have changed and changed and changed to keep growing and be able to keep up with everything. And suppliers of aluminum backed up because of the amount of volume. It's in unexpected time. Aluminum supplies started getting backed up. Had a ton of rim half back order. Remember, that was a huge thing.
It was a big change. We also took on a lot of new, big time exclusive dealers as well. That was cool. That was cool. They all started slowly coming into play. We were already global as it was, but that was just further putting the product out. These guys really wanted the product, flying in from all over the place just to meet us and see this stuff in real life.
They were watching from the sidelines for a while. It takes a lot for a dealer to trust us to provide them with a product that they're relying on us. And those are the guys that have to be face to face with that customer who wants his wheels that he paid for, and that he's excited about. They're the ones face to face with them, and they've got to trust us. Imagine if we can't come through for them, they're taking a risk. So we started learning that, how important it was to support them and make sure that they can rely on us, and that we have a smooth system. And there's no BS. It's just here it is, and it's translucent. You can see everything, which is great for them. So they started, seeing that it looks good, there's demand for it, and they can count on it, and they're organized, and quality's good, is pretty big.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we focus on the little stuff. It makes a big difference. Online order status, really?
Yeah.
For the customers, know your PO numbers, go on the site, and
just the production system as a whole. I mean, anybody can call, I'd like to know status, and we can immediately tell you status. I mean, it takes a lot to do something like that. I mean, you need to know where every single piece of metal is at any given time. And it's a whole lot of pieces of metal at any given time. So that was big, but as they started realizing they could count on us, things started growing, and then demand started increasing. And the dealers across the world and all these retail outlets started really wanting to get involved with us. And they were confident about it, and now we've got some amazing relationships with a lot of these guys. These are guys that companies that we've heard of since we were kids, and we deal with them
on a daily basis.
Yeah, and it's pretty amazing.
It is actually pretty amazing.
In order to produce wheels in volume, if you don't have some sort of system where anyone can see every single order and every detail about it, I mean, there's no way around that. No. That's one of the biggest things that we made sure to do in the beginning, because we knew it was such a necessity from past experience, that we had to set this production system up, and it had to have a dedicated person to manage it every day. Right. Every single order needs to be updated every single day. So that way, if something's falling behind, you know about it. And every detail, or if the customer calls back a year later, we can check all the history on it, see what it was, see what the finish was. It's huge. So now, moving forward, you know, we've expanded our whole facility. We've got room. We've got room to keep growing. We've got an amazing team. We've got everything is organized. Our Melby, our bookkeeper, is amazing with keeping us all in line, and I mean, a huge thing. But everything is our team is so good. That's what's important.
I agree.
You know, everybody here there's no turnover. Nobody leaves. Nobody's fired. Nobody's unhappy. We're just a amazing team.
If it wasn't for the team that we have now, we wouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
There's no way.
There's no boss here. There's no employees. We're all just, you know, doing this, and we're all passionate about it.
And I think that's one of the reasons we're doing so well also, because we portray that, you know, to our dealers when they call. They know.
Yeah.
They know it's not the
and they get to deal with all of us. I mean,
correct.
They see, you know, when they start dealing with us, like, wow, there's 10 people on this email, and they're all communicating on this one set of wheels, and we're all working together. It's not just a salesman trying to get that sale through.
No, and what the dealers like as well as how genuine we are, you know, how friendly we are. You know, like how we said before, everything is all family, and that's how we are here as well. You know, we mess around with each other, we have fun, and you know, we do.
I think they like the fact that we're honest.
Yeah.
We don't try to, you know, like.
Well, yeah, I mean,
we ask the delivery times and whatnot. It's like, hey, it's gonna be 10 weeks. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, nobody wants to be overpromised. It's real easy to overpromise someone to make them happy that moment, but it's, you know, we all know what it leads to, and so everybody can appreciate that. My biggest concern is making sure that we can keep up with everything and maintain smooth operation and quality. That's a big thing. I mean, we keep developing stuff just naturally. Every time we pop up with a new idea, let's try it out, and then it happens, and we do it, and then it turns into something else, and that's how it happens. We're not trying to make something new because there's some kind of deadline, or we should because we kind of have to. It's just, I mean, we have more stuff. Yeah, we can't even make all the stuff we want to make. So, you know, next year I think it's going to be something really big, because we've got so many new partners throughout the world that we've been setting up and getting organized for next year, and they're planning some big marketing campaigns in their countries or cities that's going to start branding the product.
And at the same time, which is important, is they're telling us all the little things we should adjust each week that we don't have fine-tuned.
Yeah, it's great. A lot of these guys have been doing this since we were born. You know, and just the fact that they are happy with the product it means a lot. I mean, so those things mean a lot to us, and we improve, we keep improving in everything. I mean, packaging materials, finishes, you know, all that kind of stuff. We make sure not to ignore anything like that and make it better because of it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest goals we're looking forward to is actually having a shorter lead time.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
So
this product, you know, the way it is, and now to be able to be produced within 30 days or even less sometimes. I mean, right now we've got tons of orders that'll be done within, you know, a week and a half. Right. But some of them are 3 months, and that's the way it is. And these things do take time.
Right.
But to maintain an average of around 30 days, it's a big thing. And we've done a lot of things to try and make that happen. Mm-hmm. You know, we've identified all these bottlenecks and made changes and done things and adapted to alleviate it. And it usually leads to something else, but we don't have much else right now.
No, we don't. It's, I just can't wait for that to be completely in effect, and then all the new stuff just take off like it's already doing.
Mm-hmm. And we can focus on developing more. I mean, that's the thing is, you know, when we're focusing on growth and you know, increasing capacity, we're not able to focus as much on new development.
Right.
But we've done all that. We've taken that time to do it, and we're good. And right now we can start just doing insanity. I mean,
further evolving the wheel.
I think, you know, the natural evolution of what we're doing now will take us into the next step. You know, there's no telling what we're gonna create or engineer or come up with next, but I think that what we're doing now has set up the next step, whatever it's gonna be.
The opportunities are endless. And
see those.
You're supposed to talk.
sorry, let's kind of.
Say,
Wanted to jump in there again.
Right there, done.